welcome back. Today we are going to talk about predigesting broiler feed or using MolaPlus Poultry Microbes in fermenting broiler feed. The reason that's why we do this is to improve the digestibility and availability of nutrients from the feed, broiler feed. This is used by broiler farmers to help them lower the cost of production. This method, if used correctly, lowers your cost of production by over 30%. So a farmer saves from the feed costs by over 30%. So this improves their profitability and it helps their birds grow very fast without falling sick. This is how we do it. So we shall use 250 mils of MolaPlus Poultry Microbes, mix it in 5 liters of water, of raw water, and we'll mix that in that solution in our complete feed. This is how we are going to do it. This is basically for demonstration purposes, but if you are a big farmer, what you'll do is you'll get a feed mixer. Now you see, when you mix this solution with the feeds and you hold it in your hands, the test is when you squeeze it, you see it will form like a paste, but when you squeeze the palm of your hand, there won't be any water oozing out. Now, when we mix our feeds with the MolaPlus solution, the whole point is to make the feeds wet but not soggy. As you see, it takes a very short time to do that. And then we shall compact it in a bucket and close it. We make the environment anaerobic. So you use your farm hands, but make sure you have a clean, what we're going to use is a clean bucket with a cover. We shall use a polythene bag. You see now the feed has changed the color because now it has water. The moisture content has been increased. Now this is about 30 kgs that we are predigesting. That's why we are using 5 liters of MolaPlus Poultry Microbes and then water solution. So every 10 to 15 centimeters we put in the bucket, we'll press it and then compact it. The compaction helps us expel any excess air, and it also helps us to put a lot of feed, or a considerable amount of feed, in the bucket. Now, after this, when we get to the point of feeding, we shall only use 30% of the predigested or fermented feed in the daily ration that we use to feed our broilers. Meaning, let's take an example. If you're going to use like 10 kgs of feed, you use 3 kgs of this predigested feed and then 7 kgs of normal feed. That way you'll get the best results. You'll see that the droppings will be drier, your birds will take more water, they'll grow faster, their feed will be more nutritious and tastier to the bird, and then you'll see most of your birds resting. They take the feed and then just rest. An indication that there is also reduced stress, the stress that is related with the feed, because these microbes also help bind toxins that are in the feed, making your feed safe for the bird. Now, a farmer using this approach will they'll attain between 1.5 to 1.8 kgs in just 28 days. That's roughly 4 weeks. Now, we continue as you're seeing here. Just watch the way the guys are doing it. The feed is still dry, though what we've done is just increase its moisture content. And now we properly compress and then expel any excess air. Then we shall cover this bucket. Remember, what we are doing here is just for demonstration purposes, but it's similar. If you're doing large quantities, you can use these drums, plastic blue drums with a lid, and the bucket holds about 140 kgs. Then once our bucket is full, we shall get a polythene bag and a rubber strand. This is to ensure that the environment where our feed is anaerobic, because you remember, fermentation occurs in an anaerobic environment. So in just between 24 to 72 hours, our feed will have completely fermented or will be ready for use. And remember what we said, we're only using 30% of our ration. And the example we took is, if let's say your birds take 10 kgs a day, you only give them 3 kgs of this, and then you'll mix it with 7 kgs of the rest of the feed, and that is the time of feeding. This method is a bit laborious, but it is very beneficial for the farmer, as it saves your cost of growing broilers by over 30%. So it improves your profitability. Now this is how our bucket will look like after we've completely compacted the feed, and then this is our now silo. This is the product that we are using, MolaPlus Poultry Microbes. Thank you. For more details, subscribe and ask any